Hey everybody, welcome to Taystock 2021. And today we have a special guest as part of our interview sessions. I want everyone to, welcome Jaci Cortez. We've known Jaci for a very, very long time. Very proud of how far she's come, and she's starting her own program that we're going to talk about today. So Jaci, welcome to Taystock.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so you know what? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your program and how it helps transitional age youth?
Yeah, of course. So hi, y'all. As Bryan said, I'm Jaci Cortez, and I am the founder and executive director of Sunflower Foster Youth Investment. So our program will be able to provide services that are not available or created yet for TAY youth and even foster youth who were formerly in care. But yeah, it can be anything from, housing, education, mentoring. Honestly, it's what the youth need. And again, if it's not already out there, we'll create it for the youth. So it's a personalized program of resources.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you bring a lot of life experience into it as well. I know you've been through a lot, way beyond your years and everything. And so do you want to talk just a little bit about your background and what made you want to, create Sunflower?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Kind of like what Bryan said, I've had a rough life for sure, but I'm super grateful for every step because it made me who I am today. But yeah, I grew up in foster care. I was put in at 4 years old, and then I stayed until I was 21. So I really got to see different stages and resources of how the system works and provides for youth. And what I saw was that there was a lot of gaps. It was either miscommunication or no funding, or they just didn't really understand where there was a need for that certain, resource. So I created Sunflower to fill that gap, but also to create a bridge with the existing resources out there, because it's not about recreating resources. It's about using what's out there and creating what needs to be done, because nowadays, it's not a traditional world anymore. So resources have to be a little open-minded nowadays. So Sunflower is about being a bridge, but also creator of innovative resources.
Yeah, and you did mention, like just something I hear a lot from youth that have actually been through the whole process, the courts, group homes, foster homes, even sometimes being on the street, is I feel like the world that they kind of live in and have experienced, I think is a little bit different than what a lot of professionals, think how it is. And I remember we've had many conversations where, I feel like you've educated me and people like me on programs that we thought might have been really effective. And then you're just more like, well, it's a good program, but the implementation could use some work. And I think that's what you bring to the table. And I think that's where a lot of kids that might have been going through maybe what like 16-year-old Jaci went through can really benefit from hearing from you, because not only getting, they're not only getting support, but they're getting like real like feedback. Like, well, look, this is what I did, and that program's okay, but this is how it could be better, and this is how you could also realistically do better. And I've always appreciated that about you, and I feel like people could really benefit, from going to you and going to Sunflower now for those situations. Is that how you feel as well?
Yes, I definitely feel that, and I hope it's possible. I know that I have a great board team behind me, but it's really about doing and providing what the youth need. What I've seen is that programs tell the youth, this is what you need to do to be successful. But again, we're in a world now that's like everything is possible, right? So with Sunflower, our goal is to listen to the youth, for them to tell us what they need and us to create that path together, because it's really about investing in our youth, because they're part of so many different communities. So if we can improve the youth's life, we're initially, improving our communities overall. So
Yeah, and this is normally where I ask for a success story, but I just want to share, and I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but we met when it was a really cold day was it, like 4 years ago when you came in because you heard about a program, you called for us and you're just like, hey, is it true that we could come do laundry? You know, and I was like, yeah, yeah. So you came in back then, we were lucky to get 3 youth, you know, that come in, but you came in and we had 2 other young people here and you guys already knew each other. And then I remember it let me and our case manager Delia know that, you know what, it's a close knit circle out there of clients who are going through similar things. And when you guys saw each other, you're all very supportive of one another. And we're just like, man, this is the kind of environment we got to foster. And, you know, this was like 2017, maybe, you know, and we were still getting our footing in our drop-in center. But we both looked at each other, me and Delia, and we're just like, you know what, this is the kind of environment we want. You know, we want clients who come in, obviously feel supported, but just seeing how you guys interacted with each other, we're like, man, we got to mimic that. You know, we got to have a tight knit group here. And so I feel like a lot of the success of our program was brought about by just something that was so, you know, might have seemed so insignificant at the time, but you and some of your peers really helped to set that standard, you know. And so it's like I'm stealing the success story. I'm using you as it right there. So I just want to
Thank you. Yeah.
appreciate you, you know.
I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I was homeless, you know, I was a Tay homeless youth before, and Penny Lane really did, you know, do above and beyond for me and the youth that I knew that, you know, went to the program. And yeah, no, I seen you guys grow, and, you know, I'm amazed, and I know you guys will continue to do amazing things. So
Yeah, and you know, and I know you're obviously one of the more modest people that have ever walked through these doors, but you know, I mean, we got pictures of you with, like, at the time it was Senator Ricardo Lara. I know you've been part of, you know, the early goings of the LA County Youth Commission, you know, who will be also interviewing for Taystock as well.
it's nice.
You've been very, very busy since that day where you just came in with a load of laundry, you know.
Yep.
So we're definitely, you know, big fans of yours, big fans of Sunflower.
Thank
Now,
you. Thank you.
how can clients, if there's someone watching right now that is in foster care or maybe just left foster care and they're a little bit confused, how can they reach you?
Yeah. So our website, there is a contact us section. Just send us an email and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. We're usually really quick to reply because we know that some needs are very urgent. So yeah, just send us an email. If for some reason social media is easier, we have an Instagram and we are always checking our chat. So just go ahead, send us a quick message and we can work through that as well. We're trying to, again, meet the youth where they're at. So, you know, I know a lot of them might be more comfortable with social media, so they can reach out to us, again, chat through our Instagram. If they don't have Instagram, we also have a Facebook page. So yeah, it's honestly whatever they're comfortable with. We try to stay monitoring the chats and emails very closely because, again, we know that some needs are like right now, not a wait list type of need. So
Yeah, and just for anyone watching, just look below. We're gonna have Sunflower and JC's contact info below. Then she said, you know, email, social media, website, and everything. It'll all be listed below. So if you don't have a pen handy, don't worry, it'll be clickable. And so yeah, for sure. And just final question I want to ask is, you mentioned earlier, these are like really weird times and they're constantly changing. And what advice would you give to any youth out there that is experiencing homelessness or just difficult times in general?
yeah, I would say, you know, don't be afraid to reach out because I know sometimes it feels either like a nervousness or anxiousness or just this fear, right, to ask for help. But honestly, there's people that are willing to help, but they cannot assist you if you're not willing to take the help, right? I know when I was in those situations, I was like, I don't want to bother people, you know, I want to be independent, but you can't reach that stage without the support, right? So just because you need assistance or resources doesn't mean that you're not successful. The fact that you know, like, I don't want to stay in this position or this environment, that's the start to really create your path. So yeah, that would be my suggestion, my tip. Just, you know, if you want to do better for yourself, it's okay to let people in to assist you.
That's awesome. And for people listening, I think that's some of the realest advice you're ever going to hear from someone who's been through a lot and has really come through it and continues to help others. I really think you're going really full circle with that. And, thank you for participating in Taystock 2021, JC. I know you've been part of the past ones as well. And, hopefully when all this quarantine stuff is over, when we're doing this in person, hopefully you can come out and meet JC in person and pick her brain.
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer and just, be around people because COVID has really changed the world. But again, we're social beings, so I can't wait for those days to come back.
Right. And you know what? If there's a silver lining to the whole COVID situation, it's that at least now we have this talk that we're having, and it could be posted on our YouTube. And it could be 3 years from now, someone could be clicking it and going through some stuff, and they might actually reach out to you now. Whereas if they weren't here in person for an event and they missed you, they might not know. So, you know what? I'll take it.
You're right. You're right. I feel it.
Yeah. All right, JC, thank you again so much for participating in this Taystock 2021 exclusive interview. And for everybody listening, remember, JC's contact info is down below, and we hope to hear from you guys.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.